how to craft your minimum viable product. In today's world of business, fast is a new big, meaning you need to think fast, you need to think smart, you need to be driven and passionate about progress. Now, we as visionaries almost always live in the future, meaning we leave all the hardships and challenges that we have today and in yesterday, we leave them behind us. Now, I don't say this is wrong, this is how we as visionaries operate, but specifically for that, every Steve Jobs of this world needs his Steve Wozniak, the integrator that helps him implement the steps, the foundation of his business today, so that tomorrow that he sees actually happens. As for today, I want to ask you to be your Woz in terms of your MVP and help you get 3 actionable steps that you can implement today to actually get the most out of your minimum viable product. My name is Volodymyr, and before we jump into this, I want you to subscribe to my channel right now so you don't miss the future videos that are tightly connected to this topic. If you want to be successful in the long run, you need to stay committed in the long run. So hit the subscribe button and let's get down to it. The first step for your MVP is actually setting your goals for it. As entrepreneurs, we tend to think aggressively, embrace the challenges and plan for the long run. So instead of step 1, step 2, step 3, we almost always think of a step 7. We see it as a priority. And eventually what it makes us is it makes us focus on the long run success. So we're thinking of goals as massive revenue, huge customer base. That's not the priority for the MVP. For the MVP, we need to be thinking about feedback from the marketplace. We need to be thinking for the reasonable thoughts of people, of our target audience on the core idea. See, that's very different from what we'll be aiming for in 1 to 5 years from now. So for that reason, as soon as you understand that the MVP is purely here to validate or invalidate your idea before you take any massive actions, that gives you clarity. Instantly, you will be able to focus on your core idea and isolate it from anything else. How many people do you think you can impress with a user interface? How many people you can impress with password recovery feature or with some billing module with seats management? Probably 0, because this doesn't help them. This doesn't add any significant value. But what will do is this core idea that you have, that you think will change the world, that will change the industry that you're in. So immediately, when you start playing for the MVP, make sure to focus on that one core thing and trim the fat, as I call it. Meaning, remove all the unnecessary noise to make sure you and your first customers can actually focus on this new concept and validate it properly before you can make any investments further. Step number 2 for successful MVP is actually setting your expectations properly. You see, when you deliver the first version to the marketplace, you send it to a group of people, you will get feedback. You will get positive feedback, but you'll also get a negative one. Usually you'll get a lot of the negative feedback. While it's still a constructive criticism for most part, entrepreneurs feel frustrated. They feel, oh well, the product sucks. I don't want to move forward with this. You see, the mindset should be, I'm here to learn. I'm here to see what people like and what people don't like. The last thing you do, the last thing you want to see is people ignoring you. Whether people hate you or like you, at least they give you feedback. At least they give you something you can work with and improve, so tomorrow your product will be better. So setting up your expectations is, I'm here to learn. I'm not here to gain 1,000 people overnight. I'm not here to generate X amount of revenue. I'm not here only for positive feedback. I'm here to hear whatever people have to say about what I have. This is the expectation that will help you set your head right and actually implement the further steps to make sure you get your idea to life. The last third step for your successful MVP is preparation. Preparation for future pivoting, for future changes. You see, we've got the goals, we've set our expectations right, we've put our head in place, we've collected some feedback. Now it's time to learn from it and implement. Because you don't learn if you don't implement and test again. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs face the problem of, oh, I've depleted my whole resources and my time capacity. I cannot afford this. You see, they're trying to get this from the first shot. And if you do this, you just set yourself for almost inevitable failure. Because it's quite normal to have 2, however, I even recommend 3 versions prepared for pivoting, for learning and implementing, just within your MVP. Just imagine you get this kind of list of feedback and you want to learn from it and implement. But now you don't have resources. Now you need to wait for multiple months just to get it going again. You just cannot afford this in our current pace of the world and the business is developing. So what I recommend you to do is you're planning to allocate 15-20K for V1, make sure you allocate another 20K for V2, maybe another 20K for V3. Make sure you get both time and resources to support for pivoting. You're here to learn, and if you have multiple iterations, you have a much higher chance to find the formula to your customers' hearts, to actually win them over and say yes to this opportunity rather than saying no and just ditching this for the better time. We are here to succeed, and this is why we gotta be prepared for it. These are the 3 actionable and non-technical steps that you can put in place for your business and most importantly in your head. So you can start thinking realistically about your MVP and put bricks for your bridge that will help you get to your dreams and bring them to life. If you have challenges with crafting your MVP, click the link in the description to schedule a quick call with one of my team members that will help you get started. And remember, business is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about whoever gets there first, it's about who lasts longer. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video.